Hey everyone, this is Guillaume from Graphics Solution. I hope you have a wonderful day. So what I want to show today is the essentially new feature in Elementor. So Elementor is a web builder for WordPress. So if we have built a website for you in WordPress, you might be using Elementor. So I would say probably 50% of our project are with Elementor. The other 50% are with different builder. And if you want to move to Elementor, let us know. But I want to show in Elementor, they just released recently AI for text and also images. And I want to show you how this works and how you can use it to boost your productivity. So let's go in WordPress backend, and we're going to create a new page right there. And I'm going to call it test landing for a landing page essentially. And then I'm going to make it the Elementor canvas. So meaning we can use the full size, and I'm going to just click publish. If you're not ready to publish, you can always click save draft, and work in a draft. But since this is a test site, I don't care too much. So what I'm going to do here, as opposed to build everything from scratch, I'm just going to click plus and find a template. I know they have a really cool one for agencies. So I'm going to use this one right there. And I'm going to insert it. Okay, so now it's inserted. So as you can see, it's a full template. It's kind of a boilerplate where we can place our content. Most of the content is kind of fake, obviously. So we're going to go through it and see what are the new features. So anytime you see a text block in Elementor and you hover it, what you can do is click the little, essentially, pen. And then you'll see in this area next to the title, it's a slight subtle icon called Edit with AI. So when you click this, it's going to bring a new prompt. And you can use it with AI. If you're familiar with ChatGPT, it's going to be very easy for you to understand this. But essentially, here you have your text. And here you have like very simple prompt that you can use right away. So if you want to make it shorter, make it longer. So if I click here, make it longer, it's going to use that text. It's already there and make it kind of longer. So same concept, anything that's been written there. So we'll see how this goes. Sometimes it can take a little bit of a delay with AI, but you see, oh, that's a lot longer. Okay, so we might not want to do this, but otherwise we can change it completely. So you can do, and then you can change the tone as well. Playful, professional, scientific. And then you can even translate. So if you want to translate that to, let's say, French, you can use that right there. So that can be super useful for translating a page, honestly. Or you can just do a new prompt here. And then you can say, write one sentence about our SEO business. Let's say we are SEO business. Yeah, just do that. But you can be super descriptive, So you see our SEO, blah, blah, blah. So what I want to do is make it shorter. So I'm going to click make shorter here. But you want to be super descriptive what you want here. We specialize in optimizing, that might be not the right text to go here, by the way. So you might want to have a shorter text here, but that's just an example. And here you can have same thing. So the content here, you can click edit with AI, and then we can just remove this. We don't want this. And then we're going to do new prompt. Write a small paragraph how we help business ranking higher on Google. Okay, so we're just gonna generate this very quickly, but it could be for any of your business. You just describe your business a little bit. So you see, it's kind of long here. We do want to make it shorter, but essentially it's the same as ChatGPT because they're using probably OpenAI, which is the AI from ChatGPT. It's very, very similar. So we're gonna use that text. That's kind of good. So we can help business enhance their Google ranking through SEO strategies. We start with a website edit spots problem. You see, it's very interesting. So it's very well done. So that's for text. So you can go ahead and kind of change the text anywhere on the page like this. It's very interesting. Anywhere there's text, you should be able to do it. So even with these little, I think, bubble blurb, you can see here, you can click the little AI. So that's very interesting. You can use that right away. Now, what I want to show you is the image, which is really cool. So I'm going to use a new image here because I've discovered a bug. If I delete this image and try to generate it with AI, it doesn't work yet, so it's still in beta. But I'm just going to do image block in Elementor, and I'm going to bring it just below this image, and then we're going to replace it essentially. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to click the AI button, same thing as text right there. And it's going to bring a prompt. And you can actually use some image that are already generated by the community if you want to. And there's no real rights to it. So it's like almost like a Shutterstock for free when you think about it with your own ideas. So stock photography, right? So what I'm gonna do, and you can even use the intent. So let's check it out. So let's say I'm a outdoor company and work on a West Coast. I want to have a West Coast forest. So West Coast forest, very peaceful. You can say rainforest, you know. And then you can click enhance prompt, and what this will do is actually just going to send that to the AI to actually make your prompt even better. So you see, scene piecery records with soft, gentle. See, it's very interesting. They put a lot of stuff. So let's try it. And then you can change your image type. It could be photography, a digital art, 3D. Very interesting. So a lot of things you can do with this. And then we can click generate image. So this generating image could take a little bit of time. All right, so interesting enough, they have more make it like an illustration, which is interesting. It's not exactly what I wanted, but I said photographic. So I'm not too sure what happened there, but sometimes you can just generate again to see if that's gonna work. In this case, I'm not gonna do this. I'm just gonna use this image here because I don't want to spend too much time. But let's say I wanna use the same format here. So I'm just gonna copy and I'm gonna paste the style. So you see we have the same style, delete, here we go. That's pretty cool. Now, one more thing I want to show you that's really interesting. So they have a lot more features. So let's say you have already an existing image right there. So with this guy, actually I'm going to use this in another image. So I'm going to grab his image, but I'm going to put it like, let's say, I want to have something very large like right there. So let's say I want to put this picture at the top here. So I want something very large. So I'm gonna use an image from the gallery. So this person, this guy right there. Okay. So what I want to do now with this picture is I want to extend it. So make it more kind of a portrait. So I'm gonna click AI right there, and you're gonna see now when you're selecting an image that already exists, it gives you more options. So you can expand the image, generative fill, which is super interesting. I'll show you after, and then you can do expand image. So I'm gonna do expand image. And I'm just going to reduce the size. I'm going to do a 16:9 right there. So we're going to reduce the size a bit like this. Okay, and I want this fill in with the rest of the office. So I would say office background. And then we'll click generate. All right, super cool. So you see it extended the image. Very interesting. So if we look at these, I think this one might be the best because the one, sometimes it could look weird, you know, there's some weird stuff happening, but this one looks really good. So I'm going to use this one. And when you use the image, it will upscale it. But as you can see, we have extended the image. So you can actually be really creative essentially with the images. One more thing I want to show you is like generative. So the filling. So generative fill. Okay. So let's use this. And then let's say we want to create like, we want to put like she should have like some sort of a hat. So we can do that here. So we select where we want the stuff to happen. And then we can say a beautiful hipster hat. I'm not too sure. Beautiful hipster hat. Okay, let's see. There you go. So you see it can be a hit and miss. Here some things are weird, but this one is not too bad. So if we use it, it's kind of, it's not perfect. Obviously, we could have tried the different things. Maybe I selected too much of the space as well. But as you can see, you can like create stuff with your images. It's quite incredible. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you with this. But if you need us to enable this for you, let us know. You need to upgrade to the latest version of Elementor. At some point, it's gonna be, you're gonna have to pay for this, but it's not a huge cost. So if you want us to take care of it, we can do it because we have a kind of a commercial license for Elementor, and we can hook you up essentially. So let us know. I think it's very interesting. As I said, some of you might be on Divi. So if you have a Divi site, I think these features are coming because I've seen a preview of it. Otherwise, Elementor is amazing. We've shifted a lot of our attention to Elementor because they have build a lot of new features in the latest. They've been very active essentially in development, and that's what we like. So with Elementor, you have full control over your website. Everything we build is there. You don't need to know code to do anything. All right, thank you so much.